Greetings, my name's Robert Darrow. I'm managing and artistic director of the Shreveport Little Theater and Academy. During this long intermission of 2020, we wanted to stay in touch with you. So we've asked some of our actors and volunteers to interview and tell you a little bit about themselves. I've worked with the theater since I was a child actor, but I've been managing and artistic director since, it's been 23 years now. I really miss seeing your smiling faces coming through the door, and most of all, the sound of laughter. And we need laughter so much. So we look forward to seeing you fill up our theater, support Shreveport Little Theater, and return. It's really hard to walk into the theater and see it completely empty and dark without you. I want to thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy meeting these wonderful individuals. Thank you. Until we meet again. Bye-bye.
I'm Robert Alfred, and I'm president of the board of directors. I started working here in 1997 when I directed the play Fences 23 years ago, and I've worked here several times since then directing plays. I directed 5 altogether over that time period, and then I've also been a board member, and for the last few years I've been president of the board. When I moved back home to Shreveport back in 1994, people asked me why I would want to move here, and I've discovered that really Shreveport has a very vibrant theater community, and I'm really proud of the role that SLT has played in that. We'll be celebrating our 100th anniversary next year, and I think that SLT's work has, along with Centenary and Peter Pan Play, has been a big part of that development of a really vibrant theater community here in Shreveport. I'm really proud of SLT's part in that. The biggest challenge is really just simply being away from the theater. I mean, basically for us theater people, being in the theater is really a big part of our life, and so like kind of being away from your family or from your home for an extended period of time, so that's kind of the toughest part. And it's also worrying about our crew members and our cast members and our audiences and losing that connection with them as well. Okay. Thank you so much for being patient with us and for responding so enthusiastically to our survey about when we want to get started. A lot of people want us to get started as soon as possible, so we're going to do that as soon as we can, do so safely. And thank you for your patience and continued support of Shreveport Little Theater.
Hi everybody, my name is Laura Beeman Nugent, and I am the Academy Artistic Director at Shreveport Little Theater and Academy. I started my tenure with Shreveport Little Theater 23 years ago as a high school student. Bobby Darrow cast me in Dearly Departed as Delightful, and I must say that from that moment on, I knew that Shreveport Little Theater was my theater home. I can honestly say that children's theater did not cross my mind as the capacity in which I would serve SLT, but after creating the Academy, I just found it so important to share my love of theater with area students. And it kind of started off as middle school and high school, and then we ventured out into elementary school, and now we run a very successful K through 12 program. I also serve as the summer musical director and choreographer, and I absolutely love every summer creating a family and a truly collaborative community with the actors that participate in our show. It is so delightful and so wonderful to see the actors come through the door, both ones that we've worked with for so many years and so many new actors. And they truly find that love of sharing a story for an audience. And we've had some great summer musicals in the last 5 years. Many of them have been sellouts, and that is thanks to you, our supporters. We could not do what we do, and we could not tell our beautiful stories without your support. What has been most challenging during this time, I have to say, is that usually my evenings from March till September are full of theater every night. Theater every night. And so being away from SLT and being away from our community of actors has been really difficult. We all share this love of telling stories, and not being able to do that this year has really allowed us the time to step back and see what really matters. And we kind of figured out that, yeah, telling our stories matter. So we want to thank you, our patrons and our supporters. And we want you to know that we look forward to seeing you in our theater again, and we look forward to sharing those beautiful stories with you. Thank you again.
I can still recall our last summer. I still see it all. Walks along the Seine, laughing in the rain. Our last summer, memories that remain. How fitting is that song? My name is Adam Philly, and I am the music director for the Senior Academy of the Shreveport Little Theater. I also played Harry in last summer's production of Mamma Mia. I've been the music director for the summer musical at Shreveport Little Theater for the last 6 years, and it's something that brings me great joy. Of course, during coronavirus, so much of my life has been turned upside down. Everything about the way that we do our jobs has had to change. And one of those big things that's had to change is, unfortunately, we've not been able to put on our big summer musical. From May through August every year, starting with the Senior Academy show into the big summer musical, my life is spent every night at the theater. And I miss, what makes that worthwhile is, of course, the relationships with the people that I have that come out every single year to be a part of the big show and to tell a different story. A story of hope and joy and love and laughter and life. And we could not do that were it not for you, our patrons who come and who so faithfully support one of, if not the longest running, continuously running community theater in the country. So be proud of that and know that we're not going to let this pandemic stop us, that we will continue to create great theater for you.
Hello all, Rashonda Spears here, dance instructor and choreographer for Shreveport Little Theater. I've been here now for about 2 years as of today, as I began working with the summer hit musical as the choreographer for Memphis. And it was just a pleasure to work with the performers and individuals that I worked with on that musical. What has been challenging is not being able to transform the lives of the students and performers, pulling out of them things that they never knew that they had on the inside of them. The more lives that we transform, the better our world will be. What I miss is you. I miss the stage hands. I miss the costume and wardrobe people. I miss the directors. I miss the performers. I miss the board of directors. I miss each and every person that plays a part in allowing this wonderful theater company to continue to do those things that it does best, which is to tell stories. SLT means a place to share stories. SLT means that those stories being shared and hearts being changed because of those stories. Those stories not only being difficult to talk about, but being difficult to acknowledge if you see yourselves throughout those stories. So that is what theater is all about, transforming lives and changing hearts through stories, through through the lives of other people, so that we can what? So that we can see ourselves and do what? Make a change for the better in our communities. I just want to thank you, our patrons, for supporting us through almost 100 seasons of the stories of our community. We do not take that lightly. I do not take that lightly. That is amazing that this theater company has stood as long as it has. And we know that the community will not allow that that legacy, that rich history and heritage to die. Thank you so much again, and looking forward to seeing you soon, because remember, this is only for just a moment.
I am Thelma Harrison, SLT Community Outreach Employee. If I were to count both my volunteering and my present employment at the theater, they would add up to 20 plus years. As a community outreach artist, my job has been challenged most during the COVID pandemic by making it impossible for me to engage in the artistic services that I provide to the several community groups who are underserved in the theater arts. The most missed parts of my work here at SLT is not being able to have that face-to-face interaction with the community groups with whom I work. I miss them greatly. Shreveport Little Theater has helped me find my niche in life. I love what I do here. So, to all of the SLT patrons, I send to you a special thank you for your support of this fine theater.
Hello, my name is Mary Joris. I'm a producer, director, actress, and educator. It has been my privilege to be associated with the Shreveport Little Theater for over 20 years. Folks, everything about COVID-19 has been a challenging part of my creative work, especially not being able to continue directing a brilliant cast and crew in Tennessee Williams' great play, Cat on the Hot Tin Roof. And as you know, SLT means live theater, which helps us see and appreciate each other in a way few other experiences can. I would like at this time to say thank you to our faithful patrons for years of generous talent and contribution that has given Shreveport Little Theater its important place in our community. And if you would like to continue to donate and help us keep the doors open to understanding and appreciation of the performing arts, please call 424-4439 or email sportlittletheater@gmail.com. Once again, thank you.